is up, everybody? I am back with just a quick initial reaction video to the Seahawks win over the Chargers, 37-23. I'll have a full post-game recap up tomorrow where we will go, let me get a little better seating there. We'll go more in-depth into the game, really start breaking down everything that happened. This is just my initial reaction to the game, and a fantastic win for this team. I am so pumped about this one. This is the first time this year where they've beaten a team that was a contender. Their other wins are against the Denver team that's really struggling. I hope you didn't listen to my bet. I said Denver money line. That did not come to fruition. So I started out pretty good at betting. I'm hitting a little bit of a rough patch, but that's okay. We'll get that turned around, no problem. But they beat Denver. They beat a Detroit team that is certainly falling on hard times now too as the season goes along, and a Cardinals team that I don't think is bad by any means, but certainly not a very strong team. I know the Chargers are a little banged up. Keenan Allen's been in and out. Well, he's been mostly out, but back in today, but hurt all season. Rashawn Slater's out. Justin Herbert's had the rib injury all season. So certainly a banged up Chargers team, but still a team that's 4-2. That is a team that looks to be marching towards the playoffs. And Seattle goes into their house and gets a pretty convincing win. At no point, a little bit when it got to 17-14, but at no point did Seattle really not feel in control of this football game. So just a great win, 2 in a row. Kenneth Walker, I don't have any of the box score numbers in front of me, but I think 165 plus rushing yards, proving that that was not a bad draft pick, despite what some people will want to tell you. I get some of it. I think second round can sometimes be a little early for a running back, but my gosh, if we're breaking that down and going that far, let it go. Walker is a tremendous talent and showed it today with a huge game. And really, the last 3 weeks, he has been a force for this team. Had the big run in New Orleans. Last week, 97 yards against the Cardinals. There's a dog barking there. Hopefully that'll stop soon. And 165 yards today, or 168 or something today against the Chargers. So, and showing he had a run early in the game or in the fourth quarter where he's able to run over people, but also able to have that breakaway speed as well. So just a tremendous athlete. Prayers for DK Metcalf. I hope that injury. The x-rays were negative. They're waiting on an MRI. I thought maybe it was just a laceration for a little bit because it looked like he was cut, and I was hoping maybe it was just something with that caused him to miss the rest of the game. But it does appear to be an actual knee injury. So Pete Carroll said waiting on the MRI. The x-ray was negative. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that is going to come back okay. Tyler Lockett had a nice game. Geno doing it again. The interception I thought could have been a defensive pass interference call. It happens. It wasn't. So not too upset with that. The defense, the defense is not perfect, but you're seeing it start to play better. You're seeing more consistency. You're seeing a pass rush that's starting to get home and get to the quarterback. The secondary is starting to come together. Diggs, I thought, played his best game of the season today. Ryan Neal had the pick. Getting him in there for Josh Jones has been a huge upgrade. Michael Jackson almost had a pick. Kobe Bryant should have had a pick. So, this team really starting to come together. Stopping the run, too. Austin Eckler didn't get anything going on the ground. Neither did Sony Michel. So they did a great job with the run defense today. 2 of the points were given up by the offense. The other 7 were given up on the D. Eskridge fumble, which gave the Chargers good field position. And that last drive where I think they had him stopped on the 4th down with the pick, but there was the penalty. And they were up 37-16 playing, prevent defense. So, and not going to really get on them too much for that. So that's 16 points right there where they really, I thought the defense played really well today. I guess is just long story short, I thought they did fine. I had no problems how they played. I think you're seeing this is a good defensive coaching staff. Clinton Hurt, Sean Desai, Pete Carroll. These are smart defensive guys. They were going to get this unit playing better. There is still some talent missing from that defense, especially on the D-line. But you got Al Woods back today, which helped. Puna Ford's starting to play better. And Wosu, hopefully he's okay. He came off the field after a sack, I think, in the fourth quarter. Darrell Taylor had a strip sack. Good to see him now with, I think, 3 sacks on the year, starting to come along a little bit. Hard to dive into who had good games and bad games with just watching on television, especially defensively. But I thought a good effort all around from the defense today. Special teams. Jason Myers made all his field goals. That's good. I thought Dixon's punting was okay. Joey Blunt had a bad penalty on a fair catch that was clearly called, and he hit the guy. It was a big hit, but unfortunately, it was a clear as day call for a fair catch. That's going to get called. Prayers out for J.C. Jackson on the Chargers. Really looked like a really bad knee injury. And Mike Williams. Tremendous athletes. Hope they were able to come back. Williams looks like a maybe. J.C. Jackson probably looks like season ending, unfortunately, for him. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I'll go more in depth tomorrow. We'll do it actual. We'll look at the box score, really dive into it. But a huge win. Seahawks are now 4-3. They're in first place. I mean, it's just incredible. And Denver, Seattle has their first-round pick, is now 2-5. So, I mean, this season could not be going better if you're a Seahawks fan. If you're a Seahawks fan, you're not giving the season an A+ so far. Pass me, or actually, please don't pass me what you're smoking, because I don't want any of that. This has been a tremendous season so far, the Seahawks, and a division that looks winnable. The Niners did not look good today. I know the Chiefs are amazing, but they didn't even really look competitive and just got torched in the second half. The Rams are on a bye, but they have looked iffy at best. And the Cardinals, same thing. Now, that doesn't mean Seattle hasn't had moments where they haven't looked iffy either. This isn't me saying, oh, Seahawks win this division. But I do think it's winnable. I think they can win this division. I really do. This game was going to be a big one for me in terms of what I thought this team could be this season. I kind of, like last week, I thought it was a 7-8 win team. And they lost this game. Blowout would have said the same. Close game might have been like, tough game at the Chargers. But they got a blowout win. I'm sorry, this team is a contender. Excuse me. Do I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Like, they're not my pick, obviously. But look around the league. No, they're not my pick. You still got teams like Buffalo and Kansas City that I think are better. But, I mean, you look around the NFC right now. You've got the Packers and Bucks and the Rams and Niners all struggling. Vikings are playing good ball, but there's some questions about how much they've been tested. A big game for the Hawks next week against the Giants, so we'll see how that goes. Giants been playing great ball, but they have a lot of one-score wins too, so I'm not sold on them. And that's not to be negative. I think they played great ball. And I'm sure people aren't sold on the Seahawks, so I totally get that. The Eagles look legit, but I think there's limitations there. And, Dallas too. So, I mean, there's some teams that look good, but got a barking war outside with dogs here. Hopefully that doesn't come through too loud for everybody. But I do think this team is now a contender. I put them in the contending category. Huge game next week against the Giants in Seattle. Really excited for that game. Can't wait for it. Prayers that DK is okay and gets back out there next week. I'm going to go before these dogs start a war out here. So I will see everybody maybe later tonight or tomorrow with my bigger post-game recap. Great win for the Seahawks, making me, get over this team pretty quickly so far. So super pumped, loving this team. Love Pete Carroll, love Geno Smith. Just so pumped for this team. Hopefully they keep it going. I will see you guys later. Please like, comment, subscribe. Most of my views, again, are coming from unsubscribed people. Please like, comment, subscribe so you can get great stuff like dogs barking, this beautiful room. You can get more of this action. I am looking to upgrade some stuff. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Appreciate it. So please like, comment, subscribing. Helps me out a lot. We don't just talk Seahawks and Mariners here. We'll talk betting. We'll talk all teams. We'll show some highlights. We'll do the whole shebang here. So I will see you guys later. Have a great night. Peace.